Tonight on Southwest Local News. An industrial fire in Portland with a waste transfer station alight. Member for Wannadantan accuses the government for rising costs. New funding announced for Victoria with the aim to support safer roads. And in sport, Warrnambool boxer Amy Gibbs returns with silver after a 6-year break.
Live from Silver Ball Studios in Warrnambool, this is Southwest Local News with Sharna Rogers.
Good evening and welcome to Southwest Local News. Fire Rescue Victoria crews has extinguished an industrial fire in Portland. The fire started in a shed in Fitzgerald Street at 12:47 p.m. when rubbish caught alight at a waste transfer station. The fire was 50 by 80 metres in size and was deemed under control at 1:15 p.m. A community advice message was issued for smoke in the area. No injuries were reported. Member for Wannadantan has used his latest address in federal parliament to accuse the government of betrayal. In backing this claim, Mr Tan said electricity bills went up 37.1% in the last year. He said 200,000 families were now on hardship electricity plans, while 3.5 million Australian households were experiencing food insecurity. He pointed out data that shows poverty levels have risen in the last 12 months from 1 in every 8 Australians to 1 in every 7. His presentation came on the back of an inflation rise from 3.6% to 3.8% in the last year.
Under this Labor government alone, electricity prices rose 37.1% in the 12 months to October 2025. Deputy Speaker, 200,000 families are now on hardship electricity plans. Food insecurity is affecting 3.5 million households. Poverty is rising from 1 in 8 Australians to 1 in 7. This is not a broken promise. This is betrayal.
Funding of $21.1 million will be directed to an ambitious and noble target set by Victoria Police and the Transport Accident Commission. The stated target of these organisations is to cut the state's road toll in half by 2030 and to bring it to zero by 2050. The new funding allocation from the Transport Accident Commission will target drivers under the influence of drugs and alcohol. An additional 25,000 roadside drug tests will be annually funded, the replacement of 123 evidentiary breath testing instruments used to detect drink drivers, and the purchasing of an additional 27 new instruments. Number plate recognition used to detect dangerous and unauthorised drivers will also be funded, with an additional 88 vehicles fitted with automatic number plate recognition technology. History was made in Warrnambool yesterday with the opening of the city's first pump track. The track is located on Queen's Road at the old basketball stadium site. Warrnambool City Council sourced a grant of $150,000 from the federal government to help fund and build the track. Pump tracks have become a popular recreational outlet across the country with their mix of BMX track and skate park elements.
It's amazing to be here at Queen's Road at the new pump track. $150,000 has gone into this. It's such an amazing piece of infrastructure there, feeding into, our active Warrnambool strategy and a whole heap of other things that we're doing down here at Council. And it's great to see it's so well utilised. Look at everyone here behind us. Seeing it across here in Warrnambool, we're seeing more and more growth. We need more of these community facilities, and the pump track's just something a little bit different that'll actually, really engage with, especially a lot of our younger kids and a lot of our teenagers as well.
A Warrnambool business has won an award worth $5,000. Vita, located at the old Club Warrnambool building in Kepler Street, has won a Future Vision Award. This award is to support and grow creative, sustainable events. The award is presented through a partnership between the GPG Innovation Accelerator and RMIT. Vita hosts events such as workshops, weddings, live music and art exhibitions.
I'm really trying to keep this space sustainable and operative into the future, and by offering a space that stays without the upkeep of decoration and momentum at all times is really helping with that. We don't need to bring in single-use plastics and single-use decorations because it already feels and looks beautiful. Well, first of all, when I applied, I didn't think I would get into the program because I'm so new to this that everything that I'm doing feels like an experiment. So I just threw it out there and I got into this amazing program. Then it begins and I've got 3 children and a new business and I'm like, oh, I can't do this, I can't do this. But the wonderful thing about the program is that it was all online and you were able to go along with it even though you're running a business and you've got children. So when we got to the end, I'm exhausted but also elated that something else amazing can come from it. So it's been a rocky road with an absolutely fantastic peak at the end. Yeah.
A reminder to Southwest residents that fire restrictions are about to arrive. The restrictions begin on Monday in the municipalities of Moyne, Warrnambool, Southern Grampians, Corangamite, Colac Otway and Glenelg. Burning off is prohibited during this period, including open-air fires, bonfires and the use of incinerators. The use of gas or electrical barbecues are allowed, but with a 3-metre clearance zone around them. The concept that from little things big things grow is a good thing until it comes to fire. The CFA has issued the message that attention to detail matters when preventing fires. Already this season, some welding sparked a fire, while a significant fire was started last year by a cigarette butt flicked out of a car window. The CFA warns that this type of reckless behaviour is criminal, as is not obeying rules around total fire ban days. Some of the best rodeo competitors from across the country are in action in Warrnambool this weekend. Competition got underway on Friday at the Warrnambool Showgrounds in the 2025 RSA Nationals Rodeo Finals. The action will continue into Day 2 on Saturday, with bull riding, barrel racing and bareback among the categories being contested. Live music, kids' activities and trade stalls will also be in place to entertain the crowds. A collection of new toys will get a special trip before arriving to their destination this Christmas. The annual motorcycle toy run will be held in Warrnambool this Saturday. The riders will meet at Rafferty's Tavern to load up with donated toys. The toys will then make their way down to Lake Poteau, where they'll be handed out and a free community barbecue will be held. 6 Warrnambool volunteers will be trained up to help fellow community members. Through funding from Southwest TAFE and Warrnambool City Council, the volunteers will undertake an accredited electrical test and tag training short course. The skills learnt from this training will be used at the Warrnambool Community Repair Cafe. The Repair Cafe is a free resource where community members can have goods fixed by other community members. The list of repairs to small electrical goods will soon be added to the list.
This has allowed us to basically take on board equipment that comes into the repair cafe that might be electrical equipment, and we're not necessarily repairing the electrical side of it, but for safety reasons we can't even look at it until we've ensured that it is electrically safe. And testing and tagging and going through this course and having the right equipment to do that allows us to provide that service to people who come in, and that means that we can, repair more things and keep more things out of landfill.
That's all making general news, and after the break we'll come back with weather and sport.
B&B Furniture Plus has moved. The same excellent customer service and specialised knowledge at an even bigger showroom. They have a great range of mobility aids and now stock the popular NHA Life Alarm. B&B Furniture Plus, 203 Lava Street, Warrnambool.
At the Tyre Factory Warrnambool, we stock the best range of alloy wheels to suit your ride. Steel wheels, wheel and tyre packages for caravans and trailers, and 4-wheel drive wheel packages. The Tyre Factory, 180 Raglan Parade, Warrnambool.
Craving KFC? Jump onto Uber Eats and order your favourites. delivered by us with our own delivery drivers. It's the easiest way to get KFC from your local store to your door. Order on Uber Eats today.
Tonight's Sport is proudly brought to you by Nutrient Ag Solutions, Warrnambool and Timboon. Getting the most out of your farm. Contact the team today.
Welcome back, and first making news in sport. Warrnambool boxer Amy Gibbs continues to produce a comeback to remember. Gibbs has this year returned to the ring, having missed more than 6 years of competition. Gibbs took her career to new heights recently at the Boxing Australia 2026 Elite Championships in Brisbane. At the championships, she won a silver medal in the 70 kilo classification. Gibbs said she was happy with how her comeback was progressing.
But yeah, I haven't been in the ring for a long time, probably 6.5 years. So to get to that level in the year that I have been boxing, I was just happy to get there. I wasn't really expecting to bring anything home. I'm resting for the rest of the year, but definitely next year we'll get back into it nice and early and hopefully do another round of nationals. Yeah, and then hopefully we've got some other big things lined up too, which I'm looking really forward to.
The contribution of a legendary figure will be honoured this weekend. Jim Locke passed away in June, but not before being a founder of the Simpson Speedway, as well as its chief steward and president. On Saturday, the Jim Locke tribute race will be held in his honour at Simpson. Saturday's meeting will include super sedans and wingless racing. Mortlake pulled off an upset in Western Region Bowls midweek pennant on Wednesday when it defeated top team City Diamonds. City Sapphires and Warrnambool Gold were the other round 8 winners. Mortlake will be involved in the match of the round in Saturday pennant bowls tomorrow. The 4th placed Mortlake will travel to take on Portland, with the home side sitting 3rd on the ladder. Warrnambool is having a busy pre-season with players coming in and out of the club. The Blues finished 4th in the Hampden League this season and are hoping to improve on that in 2026. While the Blues have lost Austin Steer and key position player Finn Radley, they will also have some important inclusions. Darcy Graham, Harry Ryan and Otto Opperman are all returning to the club. Former Port Fairy captains Xavier McCartney and Terang Mortlake's tall Reece Buck have signed on for the Blues 2026 campaign. That's all in sport today, and in Warrnambool, a partly cloudy day, not as warm as yesterday, but with a top of 21. Light winds becoming west to northwesterly. After the break, we'll go and head into the forecast for the region. Back shortly.
Hi, Ben Cunnington here. When it comes to looking after my property, there's one place I trust, Bell's Garden Centre. They stock ride-on mowers from Ferris, Ariens and Country Clipper, plus small power equipment from Victor, Super Swift, Echo, Shindaiwa and Greenworks. With over 60 years combined servicing experience, they'll keep your gear running right. And it's not just machinery. Bells have everything for your garden, from giftware and pots to bird baths and concrete features. They even deliver anywhere across the southwest. So if you want the best for your yard, head to Bell's Garden Centre. They've got you covered.
Hi, it's Rob from the Vet Group. Heifers are the future of a dairy herd, and the Vet Group is here to help your heifers meet their potential, whether that's by monitoring worm egg counts or mineral levels, or designing a vaccination calendar to help prevent infectious disease. Our techs and vets can make things easier for you on farm by weighing heifers, assisting in synchrony programs, and teat sealing heifers to prevent mastitis at calving. The Vet Group, making herd care easy.
Pete Harris here from Lucas Brothers Butchers, home of our award-winning Great Ocean Road small goods hams. It all starts from our premier Otway pork, soaked in our signature brine for 24 hours. Then in our smokehouse, red gum wood chips work their magic, creating that unmistakable flavour. Once cooked, we cool, seal and weigh our hams, ready to take pride of place on your Christmas table. From my family to yours, make this Christmas unforgettable with our Great Ocean Road hams.
Is it time to upgrade that outdoor chair? How's your tent holding up? Need a gazebo for that special gathering? George Taylor Stores carry all the summertime essentials that you need to make this summer the best. We'll answer your questions and have you ready in no time at
B&B Furniture Plus now stock a range of adjustable beds. They have mobility aids to help you live your life to the fullest and lift chairs for the best in comfort. B&B Furniture Plus is locally owned at 203 Lava Street, Warrnambool.
Tonight's weather report is proudly brought to you by Anchor Point Retirement Village. New homes are being built now. Book a tour today.
Welcome back. Around the southwest, it will be windy for the coming days with predominantly southwesterly winds. It will be warming up over the state this afternoon. Now to the full forecast. Tomorrow in Port Fairy, a top of 20 degrees with a foggy start. 30-kilometre winds from the north, increasingly cloudy on Sunday with overnight temperatures falling to 7. Monday, expecting a partly cloudy day with a top of 22 degrees and extreme max UV index. Over in Mortlake, tomorrow a top of 21 degrees with only 3 millimetres to fall. Cloudy on Sunday with 19 and no rain. A slight shower on Monday with a top of 25 degrees and a partly cloudy day. 21 in Camperdown tomorrow with 4 millimetres to fall and foggy early in the morning. Sunday, cloudy, 18 degrees, light winds from the southwest. Monday, only partly cloudy, 24 degrees and only 1 millimetre to fall with a moderate fire danger rating. Port Campbell looks like it'll be topping at 21 for the next 3 days. 5 millimetres expected to fall tomorrow. 17 degrees on Sunday with a cloudy day. Monday, only 2 millimetres and a top of 21. Home to Warrnambool, a top of 20 degrees with 5 millimetres to fall and light winds with 40-kilometre winds. Expecting no rain on Sunday with a partly cloudy day and a top of 17 degrees. Monday, 22 and only 1 millimetre with 35-kilometre winds and a moderate fire danger rating and extreme max UV index. That's it from your Southwest Local News team, and thank you for tuning in, whether that be online, on podcast or on three-way. If you missed any of the bulletin, you can watch it back on demand on Fitzmedias Facebook page. Until next week, have a great and safe weekend. I'm Sharna Rogers with peace, good night.